Parker Koch. Parker is one of our 4 team captains. He and the other 3 guys have been team captains last year, and they were it again this year. Team captains is a very serious thing in my books. I just don't give it to the kids just because you're a senior. I just think you need to earn it, and I think these kids represent our program the best way possible, the 4 guys. So that's why they were captains last year as juniors. I had never gave a junior a captain position before that. I just think that they deserved that opportunity to lead these guys and set examples for them. So Parker was one of our captains. I always said he was a leader on and off the court. He was the more consistent players on our team this year. I kind of knew what I was going to get from him night in and night out. Some nights his shot wasn't falling. We'd always find a way to help the team out. He'd go in there and box out with the big guys, make sure they weren't getting rebounds, or he'd get steals in the game, or he would just make things happen with the ball by passing. Like I said, or he would just say, "Coach, I'm going to go guard this guy because I think I can stop him." So there's a lot of things you can do when you don't have the ball in your hands and when your shot's not falling. And at the beginning of the year, it wasn't falling a lot for him, but he figured it out because he's a smart basketball player. So he figured out any way he can to help his team. So hopefully a lot of these younger guys will recognize kind of what Parker did throughout the season, not only on the court but off the court, and how to be a leader out there. He was our vocal leader by far, just because that's what he's about. So that's what he wanted to do, but you need that on the team. Some follow by their lead, some by example, and some by vocally they do it as well. So Parker had some big games today, or big games this year. You didn't play today, right? Okay. He had his best scoring night, I think, was against Burton. He had 19 points that night. But that's, like I said, these are side notes for him. He's played well for us this is his 3rd year getting his letter. So he's done a lot of great things for our program, and I look forward to doing a lot of things after high school. He was recognized for being the All-CVC Valley Honorable Mention, and he also had, as Coach Salter said earlier, as a CVC All-Academic performers too. So it's not only in the classroom, being a good person and helping our team out. So thank you, Parker. Hayden Cummins. Okay, Hayden was a team captain as well for the 2nd time. This is his 3rd letter as well. These Parker, Hayden, Luke, and Rob all are in the same boat as far as their letters and their being our team captains. Each has their different role that they were good at, and that's why I think we were a good team this year, just because everyone knew what they were supposed to do and what they should and shouldn't be doing and what they can and can't do to help us get better. Hayden was our starting center. He always had to guard the bigger guys on the floor. I think his strengths with playing was he had a high motor. He runs and runs and runs. He's like Forrest Gump out there just running for days out there. But with that being said, it helped us out on both ends of the floor. So he was always the 1st or 2nd guy getting back on defense, or always the 1st or 2nd guy getting down the floor on offense. And what that does is makes the other team work harder, whether you're playing offense or defense. It's a different facet of the game that definitely helps us out. He was very active on the glass, getting rebounds, deflections, tracking down loose basketballs. He was, for a big man, he was 3rd on our team in steals, just being active, and he was just, I think he was 3 or 4 rebounds shy from Robbie in the rebounding. So he averaged 9.4 rebounds a game. Led our team in block shots with 1.6, almost, a little over 1.5 a game. Like I say, he's 3rd in steals. And his big game, I thought, was the beginning of the year as far as just his statistics. Was he had 8 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 blocks against Crestwood. He had 17 of his 24 games where he had 9 rebounds or more. That's a big deal for us. Hayden was honorable mention for the CVC. And he was also the CVC All-Academic. So thank you, Hayden. Oh yeah, just putting up with me for 4 years. Next up is Rob Mull. Rob's a senior team captain for the second year. This is his third letter. I would describe Rob as a very explosive player. A lot of the coaches would just, awe a lot of times in this big old freight train coming at him with the ball running full speed. And I remember hearing one of the coaches talking, he's like, that kid better get out of the way. So it's a big guy moving, a lot of skill set in him. He wasn't just a big guy that couldn't move. A lot of times he'd play down low and guard the bigs, so he could body up with those guys. Anytime you got a decent wing that can play a little bit, he's physical enough they couldn't get by him because of his strength. So it was definitely a plus for us to be able to put our players on different people. You see the different sizes we have on our team. We're able to mix and match guys with who we're playing against. So we can switch on screens. Guys that are basketball fanatics to understand that switching on screens and you don't have to fight through and be able to get two guys to play better defense. And with these guys, we're able to do that a lot. Rob was one of those guys that will do that. Offensively, we try to mix it up a lot this year with him. With his size, he can get down low and bang with the big guys and get to the basket. But also when he had a mismatch and you had a big taller guy, and I can move him up top and get the ball at the top of the key and use his athleticism to get by the guys. So we did change things around this year just because of the skill set what Rob improved on every single year. Definitely helped us get to where we wanted to be this year. Obviously not as high as we wanted to as a complete team, but I thought we played great this year. I was happy with the guys. They may not all believe that after the game when they hear me yelling at them the whole time, but that was really because I love each one of you guys and I want to make you get the most out of you. Rob's statistics that he had this year, his big games that he had, or things that he accomplished as far as statistic category. The thing, as I talked about the team, the summary is that he did a very good job late in the season, and he just got better and better as the season came along. I think he found his own little zone for himself. But the last 7 games, he averaged 17 points and 11 rebounds. I think he had 1.5 blocks in that time too. Rob had 11 games this year where he at least had 10 points and 10 rebounds. So we had 11 games we had double-doubles in, which is a big deal. That means you're just doing a lot out there. Rob led our team in total points, rebounds. He and Luke tied for field goal percentage. Rob was able to win second team All-CVC. He was nominated for the third team All-District. And he also was asked to play in the Ohio Varsity game this past Sunday. And I hope that he and Luke had a really good time playing in it. But these guys are great kids, every single one of them. So it's just, yeah. All right. Thanks, Robert. Next up is Luke Dimas. All right, last but not least, and I'll get off here so you guys can get going on the next one. Sorry. Luke is our senior captain. Luke's played 4 years on the varsity level. Played a little bit of JV, but about the middle of the season of his freshman year, he came up and played a lot of varsity basketball. As a coach, it's a luxury to have a player like Luke to run our team. Sometimes coaches, even myself, take it for granted. You just know he's going to be there. You can count on him, and you never think twice about it. He's always there. He's always going to make the right decision, whether he's on offense or he's on defense. His decision-making on the floor, sometimes I was about ready to yell it out, and he already made the decision before I could get it out of my mouth. And that's just knowing what he's supposed to do out there. All 4 years that he played for us, or played for me, he had to adjust his game every single year with what talent we had on the floor. One year he was strictly a passer, and he would facilitate for everybody else. Next year, I think his sophomore year, he shot more because Craig was out there to do it. This year, some other guys started stepping up with their skill set. So, not that he took a back seat, but he realized what we needed to win. This is what he needed to do. And some of those things, don't get recognized by people in the stands, but the coaches definitely recognize that. Coaches in the league have known what kind of a player he is, what he brought to the table. Luke was nominated to his first team All-CVC. I don't know if he knows this or not yet. As I said, his game started changing and everything. I went back and got to watch film here. I broke down 2 years of film from his freshman and sophomore year for the last 7 days. And because I need to find out, I'm like, he's probably close to breaking the assist record for a career. So I went through it, and the assist record was 310, and he has 324, so he broke the career assist record. a big feat for him, but it was great to, like I said, you adjust your game and you do what you have to do. But one thing he never did, he's never stopped passing. And I know the rest of the guys appreciate that because we don't score unless we get good passes. So that's just one nice feather in his cap he gets to have, and it'll be on that board out there until somebody breaks it. But I don't know how someone's going to break that for a long time. I told Luke this from the very beginning, and he knows this from me coaching him back in AAU and football and all this stuff, especially in basketball, that playing a point guard is never easy playing for me because I'm the hardest on them. I expect him to be the smartest guy on the floor. I expect him to know everything. And he really came pretty close to knowing everything about what he should be doing out there on the floor. He said his honors this year, he led our team in assists with 5.3, led us in free throw shooting percentage. That's another thing. He has the career record for a free throw percentage out there as well. He'll be on the board with 82% for a career, which is phenomenal. This year he was second in steals behind Rob by a few. I said he set 2 career records here at Cardinal. First team All-CBC, third team All-District. He was asked to play in the Ohio Varsity All-Star game, which he played in with Rob. And he was also just asked to play in the News Herald All-Star game, which is on March 31st. So if you guys got nothing going on the 31st, go out there and watch him play. It should be a lot of fun. So thanks again to you parents, for the players. I better get off before I start getting soft and start crying up here. So thank you guys.